I'm News 80 Sparks, Hermosa Beach Marketing, and this is your Man Minute for today. And today we're going to talk about pacing. Not pace yourself while you're pooping when you're watching this video, but I'm talking about work pace. Behind me is Jelgava Palace, or Jalopy Palace, or might be Jalopy Palace. It's under construction right now. It's a pretty place. Anyway, somewhere in Latvia. Pacing. I learned from Steve Quillian Craftsman, that we're not gorillas. We don't gorilla anything. Craftsmen. And work is a religious experience. And that means you're the boss. The better and the more experience you have while you work, the faster you will get into that flow of religious experience. So, let's talk about pacing, because craftsmanship and gorillas are two different things. We're not gorillas. We're craftsmen. That means, as men, we do the work. We don't sit around. We're not nervous. We're not trying to get things done right now. We're just doing the work. Because to be fair, if it goes over 6 minutes, then it does. If you hurry it up and you make a mistake, it might cost you 2 hours. So it's better, and pacing and how to pace yourself when you're working is about craftsmanship, and it's about a solid pace. Clean it up, get it done, and move on. And let me tell you something. I work hard. I have a pace. When I sit down, it takes me about 6, 7, 10 minutes maximum to get into that flow of work. We all have the same deal. We sit down, and once we have no distractions, we just work. Well, that's because we have a flow to our work, and that's because we have experience, and that's because we have a way of doing it. And there are ways to get into that flow and just zone out distractions. Now, there's tons of distractions, and there's tons of things on your mind. What I find best for myself is I listen to the same CD a lot, and especially when I'm starting to work, I have a flow. I start mouthing the words to the song, and then I disappear. I could blink and it'll be 4 days later, depending on what I'm doing. So it's the same way with you, but you have to notice when it happens, and you have to notice who's not doing it, especially when you're working. Because you'll inevitably go to some diesel repair shop and somebody's covered in oil from head to toe. We like to call those gorillas. Now, you can make a mistake any day, but very rarely would you get covered from head to toe with oil and grease. That shit don't work. You might see people when they go home, they're covered in oil. You as a boss, it ain't gonna happen to you, because you got other things to do and you're worried about yourself. So you've got to slow those people down and get them at a pace of work. Now, some people are super slow, but even with super slow, if they get it done perfect, is good. That's their pace. And it takes time over the years to get good at things. But you've got to develop some sort of strategy to get your people and yourself on that groove to craftsmanship. I can tell you a couple other stories about Steve if you want to know. One time we were in a presentation at some lady's house. We were going to build a humongous bar, and he was doing colors, staining colors right in front of him. And he was sitting there with his boots on, going like this, right? And he was like, "Oh, do you like this color? Do you like this color?" And that man right in front of those two people in their room just went, Then, you know what Steve did? He said, "Oh, just got to relieve some pressure there." And he went right back into this conversation. And one time, he came to work, and he sat down. We started a fire with some junk wood, and he said, "Hey, I just want you to know that I told you this today, right here, on this log, in front of this fire." I said, "What is it, Steve?" "I just want you to remember that I'm the one who told you this." And I said, "What is it, Steve? What's on your mind?" He said, "Girls are dumb." I just want you to know that. I don't know, those are two good stories from Steve. But Steve was the master at getting into that flow, and that man could build doors, windows. He could do crown molding. He could mill it himself, because once he got started, he knew what the finished product was, and he was going to work until it was done. And it didn't matter what happened, he would fix it, and it would get done, because problem solving is part of craftsmanship. And some people you just have to change their style, because what will happen is that they get a little bit hesitant, and those hesitant people are going to make mistakes. So you're going to have to reinforce some confidence, get them into the craftsmanship way of thinking, and certainly if they're really super dirty at the end of the day, then you really have to go up to them and maybe spend some time with them and integrate them into your own work style, so they can represent you, because they're always a representation of you and your business. And that's craftsmanship, and doing it on purpose and guiding people and getting it done the way you want to. So anyway, my name is Eddie Sparks, Hermosa Beach Marketing. This is your man Minute. If you need me to bust your ass, just call me. I'll be traveling around, maybe I won't, maybe I'll be sitting by the pool with some bikinis. Be a man today, smile, keep that countenance, keep your mind focused, handle what comes to you with care and without emotion, and say okay, and use the qualifier today. Today I feel like you're being a dick to me. Then that will always work. Or yesterday you were late, today you were on time. Thanks for coming to work today on time. As long as they come, I don't care. There's always problems. People got kids and stuff. We all know those problems. We don't even say anything. We just go to work. And that's your Man Minute for today. Sorry for going over. Hope you had a great poop. See ya.
This is your Man Minute.